Scruffey, a troublesome truck and notorious scoundrel, played a nasty trick on Thomas and caused a train to run out of control down a steep hill on the Sanmore Valley Railway. During his escapade, Scruffey became derailed and fell down an embankment, where he was left to contemplate the error of his ways. Thomas was woken up early one morning. "Come on, sleepyhead," said his driver. "Time to shake a wheel. There's a railway to be run." Later, he was setting off with the first train of the day when he was approached by a very stern, fat controller. "I've had a letter from the Rail Accident Investigation Branch following Scruffey's accident. You have been praised for your determination to deliver your trucks on time, but it has been pointed out that the accident would have had much less severe consequences if the train had had a brake van. So in future, all loose-coupled trains must have a brake van." Thomas doesn't understand why the railway must have a brake van, and moaned to Annie and Clarabel as they made their way to Viaduct Station. He's met at the station by the sight of Percy shunting the new brake van. Thomas says to Percy, "I still don't see why we need it. Just one silly accident in 12 years. It's health and safety gone mad. Sorry, moustache, can't be late." Meanwhile, life on the railway settled down, but now all goods trains included a brake van, with a guard at the rear. Scruffey was left at the side of the track to rot. No one missed him, and everyone felt that the railway was a much happier place without him. He looked up at trains passing by and remembered what it was like to feel the track under his wheels. One day Thomas was stopped by a signal right next to Scruffey. He looked down on Scruffey and moaned, "It's all your fault. I can't go anywhere now without a brake van." Scruffey is very sad and lonely, and when a group of workmen come along to mend the track, he looks up and says, "I'm really sorry. If someone could rescue me, I would be ever so good." The Fat Controller decides that Scruffey has learned his lesson and dispatches Thomas with a breakdown train to haul Scruffey up from the bottom of the embankment. Scruffey is taken away to the shed to be fixed, and that evening workmen work until it is dark, mending him. A few days later, James is waiting at Birdlip Junction for Toby and Henrietta to clear the line, so that he can take a heavy ballast train up the incline. Scruffey is one of the trucks in the train. It had been raining. James's wheels slipped as he tried to get the train moving. Halfway up the incline, his wheels started to spin, and he began to lose grip on the rails. Scruffey tells the trucks they must help James and not hold back, but it's no good. James comes to a complete standstill, and then with his wheels still spinning, the heavy train starts to roll backwards. The guard realises what is happening and quickly applies the brake. James, with the help of his guard, slowly reverses the train back into the station, and Percy is sent for to be a banking engine. Together, James and Percy take the train safely up the incline. All of the engines, including Thomas, agree that the situation would have been much worse if it hadn't been for the brake van. And S.C.Ruffey is now a very helpful truck, and the railway is a much safer place with its new brake van.